What is up, guys? Welcome back to my FF7 walkthrough. And we just escaped from Reno. And we're escaping from the church. As soon as you get here, go and set up Aeris equipment. Give her the Titan bangle. And I guess put that all on Cloud. And then you can just distribute the materia. Fill up all the slots so you can level them. Aeris starts at level 5, which is unusual because most characters you recruit actually start out very close, or if not a little bit higher level than your current party. But Aeris is very low level, so maybe it's supposed to represent something about her innocence or whatever. Anyways, you get to here, and then the Shinra soldiers start shooting at us, and Aeris falls, and we have to help her. She doesn't think she can make the jump. Alrighty. So you can choose to have Aeris fight or run. I think sometimes they trap her and she can't run. She ends up having to fight anyway. So if you want to fight with Aeris in this scene for whatever reason, you can choose to have her fight. In my opinion, just choose hold on a minute, because fighting just takes longer. And push these barrels over. Just push this one first. Now, if you choose to help Aeris, it increases her affection toward you. So if you're trying to not get Aeris in the dating minigame, then I guess you would just tell her to fight. So that's on you. You play the game the way you want to play. Alrighty, so you can get into random battles. Okay, there we go. You can get into random battles up here. Even Cloud, who is pretty strong physically, will do more damage with magic in the early game. And then push this barrel third once Aeris get to the top of the stairs. Oh no, I wasn't thinking. Whatever, she can fight one. That's why we equipped her. Now Aeris has the highest magic stat, but she's low level, so you won't quite be able to tell. Although she's still doing okay. So with Aeris, the best play is to just use your spells. In the early game, she's clearly the best magic user, and she should be taking care of all your magic materia. In the late game, it's pretty easy to improve everyone's magic stats, so it's not as big a deal. And we're out. I'm gonna edit out this dialogue, so I'll see you guys Alright, welcome back. We're gonna use this save point and hightail on over to Aeris' house. Okay, so I wasn't going to include a lot of dialogue or story in this walkthrough, but there is an interesting scene here, and most people will probably know what happens here, but Aeris says, "This guy are sick," which is a typo in the original PSX version. Now the translator, when he was making the English version translation, was working under tight constraints. He had a deadline. So anyways, enter this house, by the way. And it was the days before the internet, so it was essentially, if he had any questions, he would have to call Japan. And he couldn't like sit on a Skype call or a Zoom call. So there's a lot of typos, and he misses a lot of the subtext. In my opinion, the dialogue in the PSX version is better than when they re-released it on PC. They touched up the translation, but it's like when you're writing. I don't know if you guys have ever written a paper, and you write the first one, and it's pretty good, and then you try to revise it, and it's like it almost gets a little worse. Like, you really lose the original intent and spirit behind what you were trying to write by continually revising it. And in my opinion, the dialogue to FF7 is better than FF8. By the way, read this flyer on this little boy's wall. You collect these Turtles Paradise flyers, and then you get some nice stuff later. Talk to the boy. Says something about the drawers. Examine the middle drawer, but don't take the item. Okay, so back to what I was saying. In my opinion, the dialogue to FF7 is better than the dialogue to FF8. I feel like FF8, it took too many, but anyways, don't forget to walk back here and get this materia, very important. And I think this is ether. In my opinion, FF8 was just too literally translated. It wasn't interesting. Like, you didn't really get the real feeling behind what the characters were saying. And also, they had a lot of trouble with fitting the English characters into those dialogue boxes, because in Japanese, you can fit so much more dialogue into a dialogue box, because Japanese writing is more concise. Yeah, so a lot of people prefer the touched up translation and the PC version or the subsequent re-releases, but in my opinion, if you want to experience the FF7 dialogue, you should play the original or learn Japanese. Obviously, learning Japanese is the best play, because the English translation misses a ton of the subtext. But I think the FF7 dialogue is really good. I think you talk to Elmyra here, and then she tells you to leave. And then you go upstairs. Okay. think Cloud has a daydream about, or I guess it's a real dream about sitting at home talking to his mom. This whole scene and this whole scene in Aeris' house was completely redone. Well, not really redone, but I guess you could say drastically improved in the remake. Although I can't say, I really feel bad about saying that the remake is drastically improved over OG FF7 because it's such an inferior game. Okay, so you have to try to sneak out. Don't run and follow the path that I took, because there's like loose floorboards. If you try to walk over some other areas of the floor up there, the floorboard will creak and it will alert Aeris, and you'll have to keep doing that over and over again. So take the path that I took. I don't think the shops have anything useful, but I can't remember, so I'm just gonna double check. Yeah, no. Don't buy anything. Yep, don't buy anything. Cool. We can go. I don't think the weapon shop had anything that you want to plop down guild for. Blah blah blah. Alrighty, so you're gonna go through Sector 6. Okay, so this is the first taste of dungeon design in FF7. I guess you could call it the dungeon. A lot of dungeons are very maze-like. Now they're really short, but they're tough to navigate. So this little road through Sector 6, if you know the optimal path, you can get through pretty quickly. That sucks. Aeris can't one-shot these enemies. Ugh. Are they weak to anything? I can't remember. Now, in my opinion, you want to try to get a lot killed with Aeris. Because you'll want to unlock her limit breaks, her higher level limit breaks for the mid game. Her limit breaks are pretty OP, so it's good to unlock them. Sucks in the early game, you're so weak. In the late game, it's pretty easy to just like destroy enemies with one attack. If you play the remake, you'll recognize this enemy. Nice that we got a pincher attack, so we can take advantage of these back attacks. Braver for massive damage. It'll be nice when we level up Aeris. Got confused. I think this is correct. Yeah. Walk across this random steel beam, and that's how you get through the road to Sector 6. And then there will be a dialogue in the next area. Obviously, we will skip that, and I will see you in Wall Market. Alrighty, we're back. We just had a nice little heart-to-heart with Aeris. And she revealed that she had a boyfriend that was in Soldier, kind of like Cloud. Now, if you played the remake, I thought that scene was pretty good, but it kind of pains me to praise the remake at all, because they desecrated, in my opinion, the best game ever made. Anyways, just Walmart. So head to the right here. You can talk to people if you want to, but I think you talk to this guy and then ask him about Tifa. Now, if you don't know to do this, then you'll be running all over town, not knowing what to do. It's Johnny, by the way. Talk to all the people if you want to. I think you talk to this guy. Okay. I think eventually later he gives you the pass to get into Honeybee Manor or whatever. There's a trapped vending machine. Try to shoot you with a minigun if you use it. I don't know if you have to examine that to come back later and get Tifa's ultimate weapon or not. You can get Premium Heart from here by coming back to Midgard, like toward the end of the game. The item shop. I think this is the item shop. And this is important because it has hypers and tranquilizers. Just buy a few. And that's all, folks. Hypers and tranquilizers are important because the Fury status lets you get your limit breaks faster, but it decreases your accuracy. Alright. Yeah, skip all this. The weapon shop, I don't think has anything useful. Stand corrected. Might have a weapon for Tifa. Yeah, no, don't buy that. Yeah, I would actually skip Metal Knuckle. And his armor's kind of nice. I would say, but I would actually skip it. Don't buy any of that. Wasting gil on early game weapons and armor is not a good idea. Oh, actually, I forgot to equip materia on Cloud. And we don't have materia slots. Fair enough. We picked up the cover material earlier, but we'll equip it when we get Barret. Talk to this guy, and then he won't let you in, and Aeris will get a bright idea. So yeah, this is, I guess, the infamous Cloud cross-dressing scene. which they make a pretty big deal about in the remake. I guess it is kind of interesting. The Cloud is supposed to be, I guess, every young boy's power fantasy. You got these two great girls fawning over him, and you know, he's a super soldier. He's strong, uses a cool, badass sword, good with magic, and Aeris makes him dress up as a woman. Anyways, you go to the dress shop, talk to the guy. Said his father's in a slump. Blah blah blah. Alrighty. So, if you're playing the game, feel free to stop and smell the roses, like I said before. Talk to everyone. Or not. It's up to you. This guy's father. Dressmaker extraordinaire. Alrighty. Okay, so these dialogue choices affect the quality of the dress, and the quality of the dress affects essentially the Don Corneo, the boss, I guess, of Wall Market. It will select either Aeris or Tifa or Cloud to be his girl for the night or whatever. And the thing, the quests you complete in Wall Market affect who he chooses. Like if you don't complete anything, then he'll choose Tifa. And if you complete everything and do the best you possibly can do on everything, then he'll choose Cloud. And if you're somewhere in the middle, he'll choose Aeris. And the girl that he chooses, their affection decreases towards you. I'm actually not going to cover this quest. Like I said, the dating minigame is not something that I plan to cover. It doesn't really interest me, and there's plenty of information online. You can go to the FF7 fandom page. In fact, I might just link it right in the description. You want to pick soft and shimmers. I think that those are the best choices there, just because we happened upon it. But I'm not going to complete any of those quests. I'm not going to complete any of these quests because you don't get any rewards. I don't know if you're playing the remakes, the re-releases that just came out on Xbox One or PS4, maybe there's like some achievements or trophies, but that is not my intent for making this guide. So you don't really get any real rewards for doing these quests. So at the bare minimum, you have to get the dress, and then you have to get the wig. I can't remember if I had to. Can't remember if you had to talk to this guy. Okay, now you go to the gym. Now you go to the gym. I think this is it. And you participate in some wacky mini games, squatting contest. Alrighty. So you have to rotate, you have to press these buttons in this order. Not too slow, not too fast, essentially. Square, X, circle. Got it. Alrighty. So again, not too slow, not too fast. Don't need to practice. And just focus. If you go too fast, Cloud will stumble. But this guy stumbles. So he's pretty easy to beat if you keep a good rhythm. Don't choke. Alrighty. Kind of wacky. So if you do more side quests, I think at this point you can do a bunch of side quests, including. All right, talk to him. You get the members card, and then I think you go. This is the materia store. I think he wants something. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna end up covering some of this stuff. So you want something for the vending machine. I'll go. So the vending machine is at the hotel. Can't remember. Oh, here it is. I think you have to stay. Yeah, 10 gil, whatever. Just pay it. So I guess the one you choose affects how good Cloud's outfit is. I'm not really interested in getting chosen, so I don't want to part with my gil. I don't really care about Cloud being chosen to be Don Corneo's. You go back, give it back to him. Go through more dialogue. I guess I'm gonna cover this stuff. And then you can go to the where's the diner? I think this is the diner. You sit down, you order some food, and say it's all right. I don't know if it matters which one you choose. And he charges you 70 gil. Alright, you enjoy and say it was alright. You can use the pharmacy coupon. Get the digestive. I think that gives you the best. Look at me, I said I wasn't going to cover this and I'm covering it. And then you go here. can give her the medicine, and then she gives you something like some cologne or something. So yeah, if you choose the correct item, then you get something better. Sexy cologne, I guess, is the best one. Alright, so you do that. You go in here. Now that you have the pass, you have the members card, so you can go in. Okay. So you can do a bunch of stuff in here. I'm actually not interested in watching this, so up to you what you want to do. You can get some extra stuff in there, I think. But again, that's all information that's available on the internet. My intent behind this guide is to give you information that's not available on the internet. And then I think you just walk toward the dressing room. Okay. So as soon as you select okay, I'm ready, that's the point of no return. Cloud dressing like a woman. This was so edgy in 1997. But yeah, that's the thing about Cloud that makes him more of a well-rounded character than, say, Squall in FF8. Now, I don't mind Squall, but he was not really a well-rounded character. Like, essentially everyone looked up to him even though he was a douche. And then, you know, he gets the girl even though he's a douche. He really needs someone that could kind of just put him in his place, like Aeris, making him cross-dress, or, you know, Barrett telling him to shut his damn mouth every once in a while.